What we talk about now is running the 4 route against cover 2. And typically in cover 2, the free safety will rotate over to the boundary side. And our experience has been that this guy lines up a couple yards and shades the boundary side to be able to get over to this X. The corner rotates down, typically aligns outside shoulder to funnel that in to the will linebacker if it's a short route, or to the free safety if it's a deep route. Once again, that allows this will linebacker, because over on this side, they now are going to go 2-on-3. That gives them a blitz capability with this will linebacker that they can bring him. Over to the field side, the strong safety rotates back, and he generally plays on the hash, and the corner rotates down. Once again, an adjustment for them, because if we've thrown the out route a lot to this B, and they're not happy with the strong safety running over to the flat because he's in a bind with the in route, then they'll just rotate to cover 2 and let the corner sit on that out route. We think this is a good route for us, and once again, we're always going to start wherever we have the numbers. So we would work this field side first because we're 3-on-3. Anytime we see a safety that's deep over our slot man, we know that we would like to run our tree of post, corner, and in route. In this case, our Z has an in route. So the quarterback's going to look straight down the line of his window, and he's going to see nobody that's in the short area to cover the Z. So he's going to think immediately that he's going to throw the Z route once the ball's snapped. The people that can get there would be the Sam linebacker, who's reads off of the B route, and he sees that the B is running an out. And typically they go back a little bit, and then he may start heading in that direction. And as he heads in that direction, he would spy the route of the Z and see that he's running an in route. And then he would try to make his way over to that Z. However, part of the spread concept philosophy is that the distance of these two guys, and if he's playing inside, is such that he can't go from inside the B all the way over to this Z in time. And we found that to be the case. That if it's too deep, we can pretty much throw that Z route every time and on the end and make that happen. So the same linebacker retreats and starts heading in that direction. Of course, when the quarterback comes up and he sees that the corner is playing in his out route, he knows that he's not going to throw that, because that's the strength of their coverage and one of the reasons that they've rotated down. The second thing that he'll do when he looks through this in route is he'll be thinking, well, this strong safety is still in a bind, because he's either got to come down to play the in route, or he's really got to go over top, because he's responsible for the deep player, the deep receiver to his side. So that gives us even more opportunity to throw that in route. If the quarterback looks at that strong safety, he starts heading back and he comes downhill, he's going to think right now that I can just, right in my window, throw that takeoff route. He could make it a hole throw, or he could make it an over-the-top throw, right? The corner's not going to be a factor, because he's taught once he releases inside, he's going to reroute him a little bit, look inside to see if anybody's coming, and he'll come back up under to play that out route. So to the field side, when we're 3-on-3, quarterback will go in to takeoff. Now we have thrown the out route really quick, and we have said to the quarterback, just take a quick one, or a really quick 3, and you can throw the out route right in this area. So you can hit the out route in really the first window, or just outside of the first window of the quarterback's vision, and get that ball to him quick while the corner is riding the takeoff route up the field. So we've done that also in order to keep that B out route active. We just don't throw it out as far. So that's an alternative to the field side in 3-on-3. We know that we'd really rather not work over to this side because it's 2-on-3 and we want to work away from the numbers. However, you'll notice that we still have the same concepts working. Even though we have an underneath defender, this corner is taught to wall him, read number 2, and then he basically would end up playing trail technique because he has help over the top, and he would try to undercut the post. We can still fit the slant in depending on what this will linebacker does. Because he has help and he doesn't have the outside anymore, generally he'll play inside of him in 2 to deep, and he's going to wall him. So as that stem comes up, he's going to wall that stem and then play inside of that. So those aren't the best routes to throw against 2 deep in the underneath route. If for some reason this will missed on his wall, then we could throw that in the first window or throw that right in this area between the Mike linebacker and the Will linebacker. But as I mentioned to you, we're going to work this against cover 2. We're going to work that field side and have some really good throws in the 4 route versus cover 2.